Hello again. Welcome to another episode of Traffic Talk with Charlie. It is still Black History Month, so there is a couple things that I like to talk about. And one is, and again, when Black History Month is over, we're going to talk about some other stuff. But interracial dating with African American women. And just in general, I support it. You know, find who you love, whatever. But on the same token, I also support, how should I put this? Diversity. So people of the same ethnic background, growing families and securing their family's legacy and heritage to be able to share it with the rest of the world. Okay, so I believe in love who you want to love, but at the same time, I think all cultures are beautiful and they should be preserved. So with that being said, let's talk about Black women dating outside their race. I think it's great. And I commend all men outside of our African American men who know the strength and beauty of an African American woman. Every man outside of our culture who's decided to try to tame our lionesses. So kudos on that. But there's one thing within the African American community with Black women specifically. A lot of times, even when we don't care if a Black man is dating outside of his race, there is a stigma or a stereotype on the woman that he is dating, to say she either is allowing him to get away with murder, he's leeching off her, he does not respect her. Sum it up. He does not respect her like he would respect a Black woman. Now, we can deny it all we want, but everybody knows that is typically the idea behind a Black man dating a woman outside of his race, that he's not strong enough to be able to handle a Black woman. That is the consensus. Now, this is the thing. If that's what we believe, and even when it comes down to some white men, I lived in Japan for some time, and the idea was men who married Japanese women, it was because they wanted a more submissive woman, as if a Caucasian woman wouldn't be anywhere near as submissive as a Japanese one. Again, this was conversations among women that this is what they believed. And I can tell you, I know some strong Japanese women that they ain't having that. But anyway, the thing is, if that's what we believe as women, that women outside of our race are not treated as well by our men, why at all should we think men outside of our race will treat us any better or even equally to the men within our race? A lot of women believe that when they date outside of their race, which I have, that the man treats them better. No, he just treats you different. You know, different people come from different cultures, do different things. He treats you different. But when a Asian woman sees a Asian man with a Black woman, does she think he doesn't respect her as much as he would respect me? Or if a white woman sees a white man with a Black woman, what are her thoughts about why he's with her? Does she have this epiphany and say, you know what, he must be very open-minded? he must be a really good guy. He has to be successful with good credit. Is that the thought process behind it? The whole point in this is the grass is not greener on the other side. It just may be a different grade, and we need not to judge someone else's relationship or why they're choosing to be in the relationship that they're in. And it's okay to be you when you're in a relationship with someone outside of your race. I dated 2 white guys, and one of them, I didn't even know he was white until I met his parents. And if he was just the average Joe, white guy, run-of-the-mill, can definitely tell he was Caucasian, I would have still dated him. I would have still been interested, because it wasn't his skin tone that grabbed me, or the way that he dressed, or the way that he carried himself. It was the conversation. It was the interests. It was the laughs. So just because you're dating someone of another culture doesn't mean you have to completely adapt to their culture. You should respect it, and you should get involved with it. But that's on the same token, vice versa. So don't lose yourself trying to be with somebody else. So that has wrapped up my second episode of Traffic Talk with Charlie. Thank you again for watching. Have a good day.